right? Like, whenever I walk in a room, I can't remember why I walked in that room, but for some reason, I always think there's going to be a clue in the fridge. And I'm always like halfway through a sandwich, like, oh my God, I forgot to file my taxes. Oh my God. It's terrible, the whole memory thing. If you see two middle-aged women having lunch together, they're both just staring at each other like, you know they don't remember what they had just said. It's like an episode of Law and Order. I don't know, you said bird and then the bread came and then... Something about your mother? I don't know. It comes from my father. My father, he obviously lost his memory because my father, I have two sisters, and he would say this to us all the time. He'd be like, girls, the most important thing in life is one thing, and if you know that one thing, everything's gonna be okay. What is it, Dad? What's what, honey? I had my daughter when I was 44, and yes, I know. It's impressive. I am 38 now, and so my daughter is 10, and she comes home from school sometimes, and she's like, there's a girl that wants to become a boy and a boy that wants to become a girl, and this is very normal for her. And so she was describing this boy, and she said, Mommy, he's non-binary. And I said, well, honey, what does that mean? And she goes, Mommy, you should really know. You should really know. And I'm like, okay, well, just explain it to me one more time. And she said, it means he doesn't identify as a boy or a girl. And I said, honey, that's called menopause. It's very weird. I get hit on by young men. I know, it's ridiculous. Thanks for the complete and utter shock. And I just like dead silence, like, really? No, yeah, I do. This gorgeous 25-year-old, he was so good looking, he was the stage manager on my show, and he said, Caroline, I want to come home with you. And I said, are you locked out? Like, do you want to use my phone? And he said, no, I want to be with you. And I was like, you do? Okay, great. I'm gonna go home right now. I'm gonna need about a half an hour of lead time to shoot out every street lamp between here and my apartment. And then I'm gonna put some temporary blinding drops in your eyes. They're gonna sting at first, but it's gonna make it better for both of us. And I'll be naked with my stomach over my head because I had a C-section at 44. With a young guy, I live in fear of his Facebook status saying, I fucked Aunt Hilda and it was magical. I can't do that. I can't do that. So this one cute boy, he kept on saying to me, send me a picture of your boobs. And I was like, what? And he goes, no, seriously, send me a picture of your boobs. So I'm like, you want me to send you a picture of my naked boobs? And he was like, yes. So I sent him my mammogram. And yeah, it got rid of his lump. So I know you, like, people do this now, but you know what? So I tried to play along. Do you know how hard it is to take a good picture of your boob while holding the camera over your head so you don't have like 50 chins? I was like, because you're not gonna send this, you know, like. So I was like, I'm like lying on the bed. They were both immediately on the side table. Exhausted from a long day, sound asleep. Come on, girls, take a picture. Seriously, it was like bad children taking a picture. One was looking forward, the other one was looking back. I was like, oh, come on. So I texted him and I said, I'm gonna have to send them one at a time. I can't. So I study Kabbalah, and my sister's very supportive. She calls it Kabbalah. And you know, it's like my teacher is from Israel, and he has this like crazy Israeli accent, and he's trying to really like teach me the way, but because of his accent, this is what he says. Caroline, the most important thing is that you fuck us. Fuck us in the morning. Fuck us all day. And fuck us right before bed. I'm like, it's a long O. That is really gonna get you in quite a bit of trouble. So this woman came up to me and she goes, I know that you're a porn star. I Googled you. And I said, wasn't it obvious upon meeting me? And why are they all porn stars? There's no porn character actors. And there's no porn neighbor. I got your package. Anyway, so she was right. It wasn't that she was a porn star. There's a woman who has my name. I think she's Korean, and she's a phone sex operator. I know, isn't that crazy? But there's not a lot of middle-aged phone sex operators. Hey, baby. Yeah, do you want to come over and bend me over the coffee table? Yeah. Well, not the whole way. I herniated L3 and L4. Yeah. Well, maybe I could climb up on top. Well, I can't because I tore my meniscus. But But fetish, do you like bunions? Shingles? Maybe we could do shots, flu shots. I went to a plastic surgeon because I wanted to get a tummy tuck. And he had the meanest receptionist ever. So I walked in and she said, so what is it that you hate the most about yourself? And I was like, I said, I just want to talk to the doctor. I'll wait to talk to the doctor. She goes, what do you hate most about your body? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna cry. And she goes, I said, I want to talk to the doctor. And she goes, well, what do you hate the most? I'm like, you. I hate you right now. I hate you. That's what I hate the most right now. So anyway, the doctor came in and he did the worst thing possible. He went like this. Because in his head he was thinking, I'm gonna buy a car. Or a very small boat. But he saw money. Anyway. So he goes like this. He grabs my stomach, literally, and like walks backwards. Like as if he was moonwalking with my stomach. And he got like a fair distance away from me. And he said, you know what? This is not gonna snap back because of your age and you don't have any elasticity. And I was like, well, could you just walk it back then? Because it's all like this age, it's very tricky. I went to the gynecologist. I'm like, why does it hurt so much when I have sex with my boyfriend, besides the fact that I hate him? And she said, because as we age, your vaginal walls get thinner. I'm like, oh, really? I work out 5 times a week, and the only part of my body that's getting thinner is my vagina. Great. I often hear as I walk down the street, her vagina's so thin. It looks so much heavier on TV. It's really very thin.